bop, boop, bop, beep, bop, bam. That song's stuck in my head, but it is what it is. Alright, so this video we're going to kind of bounce back and forth and hopefully get a lot done. So I got some parts on the way. For the Ranger, we have rear shock mounts coming for the coilovers and the shocks, I guess you should say. I have my front 4-link bars and Heims showing up, and then I don't know if you guys can see, so my 4-link brackets that I have back here, I just now caught this, didn't even think about it when I was doing the rocker actually. The Heims won't work really as good as they should. I'm going to lose a lot of down travel with the way they're set up. So I got some new brackets to fix that, so they're on their way. I think that's it. But either way, so we're going to get that fixed. I don't know if that's going to be in this video. I might just do it and call her done. But yeah, so hopefully my goal is to have my front axle truss done. We're going to get that all cleaned up, get that on, and get it set back up here, so we'll be ready to do our front 4-link. And then I think we're going to get some more metal Saturday to finish our braces here on this rocker. Oh, and then we got to finish this door, so I'll show you guys how we do that also. So hopefully we can get all that stuff done. So let's beep bop bam, get right to it. Alright guys, so I ended up taking this to work to cut all these brackets off because I was going to use a torch. Note to self, a torch doesn't cut cast like you would think it would. So I ended up just using a cutoff wheel and a grinder. So I went and bought a 6-inch grinder. I bought some flat discs also, but I got just a normal disc. And I'm just going to speed through this real quick for your guys' sake. I'm going to clean up everything down here, clean up this down here, and then hopefully you can see this, but I have this mark right here. I got to cut 2 inches off of the differential cast here. That way my truss can fit right down in here. And then also, whenever I order my front ram mount, it has to go on here, and they say it needs to be cut 2 inches for the front cast also. So I'm just going to cut that all the way around. So with that being said, let's dreadfully get to grinding. I am 110% here to tell you that this sucks. But we still got a lot to go. Alright, I pretty much stopped recording because this just took too long. It didn't like really take super long, but it was just going to get repetitive and I wouldn't want to sit there and watch it either. So I'm going to kind of just show you where I'm at. So, this is my truss. This is Artec Industries Low Pro truss. This is why you have to cut the 2 inches off, because you want this little lip right here to sit against the cast. So I gotta just pretty much at this point I gotta go through and cut my couple inches off of there, and then this truss should be ready to set down on there. Well, I'm gonna get it I'll get it back over here under the Ranger. That way we can just verify caster and stuff on this. Because I'd like to be like 4 degrees caster. So that's kind of where we're at for right now. So I'll probably just get that cut off and then I'll show you guys getting it buzzed in. And then I guess on to the next thing. We have some parts. Finally. Still waiting on a bunch more, but that's fine. We can do things, I guess. First thing, we got our Motobilt rear shock towers. So set up for coilovers and triple bypasses. So we might get those tacked in today. I gotta put jack stands under here, knock these out, and then throw those up on the frame so we can at least see what it looks like, get them tacked in. And then we also got these mounts, which these are for their shock mounts as well. These will go on the axle right there front. That way we can put both of our shocks on, or coilover and triple bypass on that one as well. So unfortunately the metal that I needed for my rocker didn't have it in stock. So they're supposed to call me Monday and give me a price. See if I need to buy a whole stick or if I can just buy the amount I need, because I don't want to buy a 24-foot stick if I don't need it. Even though I'll use it at some point, but I don't want to spend the money. So I guess let's just continue. We won't do the rocker in this video. We'll just go ahead and get these shock towers mounted up and then try to get our truss, front axle truss, tacked on, welded on, and then see if we can't get this rear door right here knocked out. So yeah, let's just jump to it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just cut this. I got a floor jack under the frame back here. I'm gonna cut these 4 tack welds off, get this tape off, and then we're gonna center everything up and get this other mount tacked on, and then we'll put this back on here so I don't keep using jack stands underneath this thing. You can get in here. Hit that off with a hammer. Got it. I tell you, there's just something so cool about stuff like this. So you have a general idea. Obviously it's not perfectly straight or anything like that, but you got a pretty decent idea of what that will look like. I have this piece of PVC. This is just my guide because I don't have anything yet to do this, but I mean roughly everything will be sitting in here. Something relatively like that, I would say. So I might actually end up erasing this thing up a little bit, which I don't really want to do, but this is a lot easier to buy than to build something. And then my roll cage can actually tie into this, which will be nice. However, I mean, it does it, you know, roll bars will be going over here somewhere, or if it goes straight to it, and I don't know. But let's go ahead and get this thing tacked on here, figure everything out. Okay, so basically what I did was I measured the bracket that we're putting on, and then I took my plumb bob and then found my center point, like wherever this dropped to, found my center point on the center of the axle, because I do know my mounts are going to be, like I'm going to be centering them, which should in turn put me pretty dang close for this mount. Like I said, we're just tacking it, since we don't have our coilovers and stuff. And then if we need to fine tune it at that point, we can. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the welder and stuff set up. We'll throw this on here and get it tacked in, and then do the other side real quick. Okay, so I got this lined up, set on here with the magnets. Go ahead and throw a few tacks on here. We'll see what she's gonna look like. My welder is not reaching. Well, it's tacked on there. Don't seem like it's gonna fall off. That's good. Things are happening. That looks freaking slick though. I mean, look at that. How cool is that? And if you guys can imagine it. Imagination. I don't know, like I said, I don't know where my roll cage is coming out. Probably somewhere in here. But if I have to, I'll either make it sit on top and go like that, or I will just go straight to this. I don't know yet. Let me know what you guys think, whether it should be mounted on the top or straight to it. I do know I'm gonna run a bar between the two, because obviously I don't want anything moving, but I don't know. That's super cool. It's pretty tall. Well, they're both tacked in. So I got my little supports put back in right there. So yeah, that's what we got for now. So that's in. So we're gonna go ahead and start working on our front axle. I think I decided I'm not gonna show the video of me cutting that door up and setting all that stuff up. I think that will bore you guys. I'm sure this might be as well. So I'm just gonna run through this real quick, and then we will jump back in and hopefully welding this truss on in the next few minutes for you guys. Well, I got everything cut off, the 2 inches that I needed. So now I'm just going through, before I put the truss on, heating up the cast. And then I'll weld this side up, throw a blanket over it, and then we'll do the same thing on the passenger side. Reason being is if you try to weld casks cool and then you get it really hot and you just like let it cool pretty quick, then you actually end up gaining heat cracks, which I don't want. And then obviously like that where I cut a little too deep, I'll weld that up also and grind it back smooth. So right now I'm just heating this up, and then we'll get it all welded together. So right now I have everything, it's about 150 degrees. So here in a second I'm gonna put this down and start welding. And then like I said, we'll wrap a blanket around it to keep that heat in here. And I also have a heater on it right over here. It's not like a crazy heater, but kind of a maintainer, and I'll probably keep that on for a little bit also, just again to make sure we ain't gonna crack this thing. This is a lot of work to mess it up, so. This was my grandpa's welder, and he told me too. That's a very, very funky welder. You guys. I did also order a new gas diffuser. In hopes that will help me, but we'll see. It's kind of gross, but about to be even worse. Alright, so I am absolutely burning up right now because I've had this heater going to preheat this cast on the diff, and then so I welded it up, and then I let it heat back up again, or like kind of warmed it back up. So I'm going to run through this real quick and show you guys so I can get a blanket on it. But we finally are welded in. I didn't weld the tops here because it's just too big of a gap. Getting cast makes you look like you're a terrible welder, I'll just tell you that. But it's finally on and fully welded, guys. Sweet. Alright, for real though, I'm glad that is finished, to say the least. But that being said, like, that's kind of where we're going to end this video. I think I got the couple mounts to fix my rear four link. They'll be here Friday, I think. So that's cool. We'll get that done. And then Saturday, I'm going to go pick up the metal. I got that stuff ordered. So we can finish our rockers here on this driver's side. What else we got? Oh, and then Rough Stuff Specialties. They have my link bars and Heims. I guess my Heims are on back order. So those should be here, or should ship out next week, is what they told me today on the phone. So really, here soon, once I get those links to show up, we're going to start throwing a front four link in this. And really soon, we should have a roller. Which, if that's the case, then here soon we'll be building a roll cage. Start getting everything set up, and then I'm going to have to pinch some pennies because I got coilovers and triple bypasses to buy. So I'll be eating ramen noodles and I'll just say reused corn. You can think about that on your own. Yeah, so hopefully that'll get me my new suspension. So, but again, guys, I do appreciate it. I hope you stuck around in this long video. I wanted to give you guys more than just the same old, same old. So I do appreciate it. please like, subscribe, comment. You know, I do like comments. So, and I'd actually really like to come up with a name for this Ranger. So please, if you're still around at this time of the video, drop a suggestion. I need something cool, and I don't know what it's going to be. So, again, appreciate it, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.